Show. Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina and Clovis, special guest. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
Hey, ladies. How y'all doing?
Hello.
You guys, I am so excited about this joint venture, triple venture, because all three of us. I'm so excited about this. This has been a long time waiting. We have been preparing for this for quite some time. We finally get it together, and I'm excited about it. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are new to the Juice, those of you who are just joining, I'm Regina with the Juice Radio and Talk Show. We are out here trying to bring unity and love among these social media sites. And we have met some great people along the way that we're doing collaborations with. Two of them are on the screen here today. The beautiful Naughty Love. Listen, from Naughty Love Movement. Naughty, thank you for being here, girl.
Thank you for having me, Juice.
I love you,
Love you, ladies.
She has her own channel on YouTube, Instagram as well. I'll bring that up so you guys can have the information. Actually, their information and contact is in the description of this video. You guys can subscribe to their Instagram page as well as their YouTube channels. Also, we have the beautiful, the vibrant, the outspoken Kim Delivers.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me, Regina, and love you, Naughty. Love you.
Now, y'all, I love me some Kim Delivers. She is fantastic. She has her own channel as well as Instagram. Y'all, when y'all go over there and check out Kim's Instagram now, it's in the description. Beautiful.
Thank you. She does have beautiful Instagram. Yeah. I love her. This is old girl. She just keeping it moving. That's all. Say she keeping it moving. This old girl keeping it moving. You know what I mean?
And you doing it well, girl. You're doing it well.
Well, thank you, Charles.
Let me go ahead and share with you all their beautiful content. Now, again, we're going to have ladies chat. We're calling it ladies chat right now because there's several different topics that we're going to be bringing on here. Today's topic, we're actually talking about ladies, fix your crown. We're going to be talking about that. I'm going to bring some more information on here. But you guys, let me share with you. This is our topic for today. Many of you may have seen this post, and my beautiful Aunt Rosalind sent me this post last week. And I was like, very interesting. It says this. It says, be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it was crooked. Now, I'm going to have y'all think on that for a moment. And while we're thinking on that, let me go ahead and share with you Kim Delivers page. This is her YouTube page. Kim Delivers is just like it says, at Kim Delivers. Y'all go over there, subscribe. Become a subscriber, hit that notification bell. When Kim gets her stuff out, she's going to start videos out. Kim, what's your content about on your channel?
Well, my content is basically going to be about when I get it started. Now, when I first started this channel, I was in the car business, so everything was car related, okay? Mm-hmm. How to get a deal. But now what I'm going to be doing is that a lot of me and my friends, there's controversial subjects that come up, that I like to talk about, and not just today's trends, but things that happen in our community. In addition to that, too, I'd like to have a resource corner, because there's so many different resources out here. Because of the work that I do, I find out a lot about the different resources in our community that will help our community. And I just want to do the things that help build our community as a whole.
I love that. So that outreach community and outreaching and using that knowledge that you've learned and sharing it with those that are willing to listen and grow.
Right. And if it doesn't pertain to them, they never know. You never know who may need that information.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And they can share it.
I love that. I love it. Well, y'all click that notification over there on her channel and be reminded when she goes live. Now, the beautiful Naughty Love, child, Naughty Love, listen, she is out there. She ain't playing with y'all in these social media streets. She coming strong and bold and with y'all. She gonna let y'all know. Tell us about your beautiful channel, and it is just like it has up here, Naughty Love Movement on YouTube and Instagram. Tell us about your channel, girl.
I discuss trending topics, celebrity news, and then I vlog different portions of my life. I like to talk about topics that affect our community, just like him. You know what I mean? I like to have the hard conversations because as you all know, like a lot of our families, they didn't learn how to talk. You know, they didn't communicate about these tough subjects. And I just want to create healthy ways where we can communicate about things where we don't necessarily have to agree, but we could walk away with different perspectives, different outlooks on life.
Now you better come on and talk. Now that is right up my alley. It's in the living room, the bedroom. It's all over. That's my kind of stuff. Even if we don't agree with what the conversation is, we should be able to have a conversation about the topic.
Right.
I love that. I love that. Well, you guys, let's get into this conversation. I want to say hello to you who are in the chat. Thank you so much to the best mod ever, the best moderator ever.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron, girl.
She is indeed. She be on it.
Child, Aaron was in here bright and early. This thing on my thing said 142. Aaron was over here 142. She was like, let me get this stuff up over here. I love her, and she is beautiful. She is a great person. She helps with the channel collaboration and everything. Love, love, love her. Thank you that she's here. She's somebody that loves connecting people together. That again, that's in my household. That's what I love to do. I love that. Thank you so much, Aaron.
I call her my YouTube angel.
Absolutely. Hey, Felicia.
Hey, Felicia.
Hey, girl.
Hi, Felicia.
Love it, love it, love it. Y'all say hello to Miss Darnell Bible Bites. Hey, girl. Hey. Here. She say, hey, everyone. Listen, Judy Buggin Show. You better come on with that name. She said, hey, Judy Buggin Show.
Hi, Judy.
I love her.
Here. I love that name.
Hi, Keith.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, Nutbread.
How you doing?
That's my friend Nutbread.
Hey, AT2. Hey, AT2.
What up, AT2? Y'all know we love us some AT2. Come on.
She's so hilarious.
Yes. Naughty. I met Naughty through AT2.
Oh, okay.
That's how me and Juice met on the rent party. The rent party. Yes, we had a good time.
We were backup singers for AT2. Y'all say hello to Shay. Hey, how you doing, Shay? Thank you for being here. Look, Felicia said, beautiful panel.
Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you so much.
Erin is an angel.
She is, and she can. She is. Hey, Deborah. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Deborah.
All right, ladies. So let's talk about this. Now, all of us have a different perspective of the beautiful photo that we had up. And I want to have a conversation about this because my whole thought process on this is, now I have a thought process, Naughty has one, and Kim has one. And I think as a collective, we all have the same thing in mind, basically. But let's talk a little bit about one of the theories that I have about this beautiful picture that's up here. And this beautiful quote, be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it was crooked. My thought process on this, and then I'll go over to Naughty and down to Kim, and let's have the chat. I love to help women with whatever they are in need of and what they might want some assistance with. Or if I see that it's something that, let's say, for instance, maybe they're not, I'm gonna go to the church world because y'all know that's my sector too. Okay, let's start. The church. Some of the ladies may see a woman coming into the church and she may not be wearing necessarily the nicest of clothes or so forth or whatever. And what some of the church ladies do, they would just sit in the back and whisper and talk about her and all kind of mess. Well, what I would do is, and this is a true story, I would have a conversation with the young lady, hey, how you doing? What's going on? How'd you, find out about our church and so forth, and try and get to know her and everything. And then I would simply ask her, hey, you know what? You look kind of like the same size as my daughter. And she's got a bunch of stuff that, if you don't mind, because a lot of people don't like used clothes, but I'm getting ready to clean out her closet. And instead of me throwing it out or giving it to somebody else, would you like to look through some items and see what it is you would like? Something like that. And then if she would say, yes, I'll do that. But I don't have to go in the church pulpit and say, well, this is what I did today for sister so-and-so and so forth. I don't have to do that. Or whatever it is. If they need something, I don't have to broadcast what I've done to help somebody else. To me, it's like if a lady is down and out or something like that, and you help them, you don't have to broadcast to the world for that. That's my thought. Nadi, what's your thought on my perspective? And then tell me your perspective of this beautiful quote.
I like your perspective. You're presenting it where you're not degrading her. You're still giving her choice and her option in the matter, just to kind of fill out the situation. I think it's an excellent way to address something like that, because you never know what someone is going through at the moment, and that might be the positive uplifting that they need. Where it is very caring the way you presented it. Like, it's not trying to tear her down. You're not trying to talk about, oh my God, gossiping. Oh, look at her clothes and things like that. It's very uplifting, and I agree in the manner in which you presented that. It's very positive, and I think it will you'll get a positive response in that way. I'm a big believer in the energy you put out. That's what you're gonna get back.
I do. I understand that too. Kim, did you want to comment on what I stated just a little bit so we can get down to Nadi's thought of this and yours?
I like the way you said it, but I love the way you put it. However, I do have an issue, and that's why a lot of people don't like to go to church too, okay? Because there are women that in church that will do that thing, okay? They will talk about the girl and they will condemn her, and God don't even condemn us, okay? He said, come as you are, first of all, okay? So they need to get a little spanking on the wrist, okay? First of all, they shouldn't be doing it, but how you did it is what God wants us to do.
See, I love that. But here's the thing. What can we do to fix this situation with women? Nadi, tell me your perspective when you got this, and what do you want us to talk about, and how can we do some adjustments and getting women to just do better? Tell me your thoughts on this quote. Go ahead, girl, and listen, give me the Nadi from the Nadi Love movement.
I've been blessed enough to have very good girlfriends in my life, like lifelong girlfriends. And we always handle each other with delicate gloves when it comes to certain situations. But we worked and nurtured that situation for years, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, I have newer friends, right, that are a little younger than me, and I had to learn, like, not everybody's ready to receive your advice. You know what I mean? Even though not everybody's in a place to receive your advice, and that's okay. That's okay. And I just, when I saw this, I just felt like I only can do this with my best friend. That's where I have the bond. If I don't have that bond with that person, I mind my business. Seriously. Wow. But I don't like the tearing of women down. Like, I always try to be like positive in whatever message I'm trying to give. But I think timing is everything when it comes to this. And you have to understand your relationship with that person. And maybe they're not ready to receive it.
Yes. Yes. Hey, everybody. Listen, hello to everybody that's coming in. Hey, Michelle, Jim. Hey, In My Opinion. Hey, Deborah. Listen, thank y'all so very much for being here. Go ahead, Nadi.
But I think discreetness is a real important thing. And just to tell you a story, like, I had my birthday last year. I had a big party and stuff like that. And I had this outfit on, the outfit in the picture that you used. And I'm dancing around. And my best friend saw my dress kind of slipping down, and she came up behind me very quietly and just tugged me up or whatever. But I can receive that from her. But I was like, my girl always got me. My girl always have my back. Okay.
I like that. And I'm loving the comments in here too. You know, I don't like when women destroy each other. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about why they do that. Hey, Pastor Lorenzo on Instagram. We're going to talk a little bit in this video today about maybe some of our thoughts of why we do that and what can we do to change that stigma. There's a lot that goes into that. Kim, come on now. Tell us your thoughts on this beautiful picture, girl.
Well, there's a couple things I feel about it. I don't know about letting the world. I think that when it says another woman's crown without telling the world that it's crooked, it's only a segment of this. Okay, that doesn't apply. I do believe what I like the best is be the woman who fixes another woman's crown. Period. Okay, that other thing is a caveat. Okay, and I'll give you a thing. First of all, what Nadi says that, you know, I understand what Nadi's saying about that she's only going to do it to a sector of people, but I know no boundaries. Okay, I really don't. And then when I see, you know, if a person in need, for some reason, I feel that God must have put it upon me to say something to somebody. But one of my friends that came on social media and she says, I have a student in my class, a young girl who needs a pair of used gym shoes. And I was like, what? And so then I was like, what's going on with her? I said, well, you know, I told her, I said, well, what about some new gym shoes or something? So then I called her up. I said, well, what's going on with this little girl? Well, the little girl is from Dominican Republic. Her mother had her down there, and some guy, a brother came down there and married her, right? Impregnated her with 2 kids, brought her up here. The mama can't speak English, and the little girl doesn't get that much because the mother doesn't work, but a part-time job. And the little girl is gorgeous. But my friend saw the little girl was fighting everybody at school. She was angry. She was getting bad grades. And my friend took her up under her wing and walked her through how to be a better individual and how to show up different in life. She said, because you're angry. She said, it's okay for you to be angry because you probably don't feel, she said, but you got people to talk to and you got a voice. So if you don't feel good, you don't take it out on other people, and because kids are teasing you and stuff like that, because they were teasing her because her clothes wasn't whatever. Well, I broadcasted that. Okay. I broadcasted that. I bought that girl boots. I bought her coat. Some other clothes. Every time I had to go on, we ended up raising almost $2,000 for that girl, and bought her all kind of clothes, coats, boots, Crocs, jewelry, makeup, everything that she needed. So I don't believe that that's necessarily true. I believe you do what you need to do to fix your sister's crown. My hairdresser said the other day, she says that she is the kind of woman, and she invites the kind of women in her life that's going to always be honest with her and tell her the truth. You know what I mean? And that's how me and my friends are anyway. And that's how I am with other people. I can see somebody, you can see sometimes people's countenance is down. Just like you said with that young lady, what you would do. You know, do you just see people's countenance is down and you don't even inquire to see how you can help? You know, that's what God wants us to do. You know what I mean? I am my sister's keeper. Okay. And this is a village. It's an old African proverb. It says, if you teach a man to read, you teach one man to read. If you teach a woman to read, a whole village will read. Ooh. So that goes to show you what you put in our hands, we do so much with it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So as it relates to the sisterhood, it's incumbent upon us to do that for each other, and then subsequently each other's children, or however that affects a village. But you don't never see no sister, because see, when you do help a sister, you help many more than just that sister.
And see, I love all that you said, Kim, because that village concept needs to really come back. It's so hard to get it back. Mm-hmm. To me, that's my generation, the village concept. I remember I would be in the neighborhood and my mom would be at work, and we'd be sneaking outside playing, and because we were supposed to stay in the house, and
right.
The neighbors would come out, the little Spanish guy across the street, the neighbor next door. If you don't get yourself back in that house,
right,
your mama out there. So the village concept needs to come back because it helped us. It helped build us and keep us to a good place. But back to, ladies, talking about each other, tearing each other down. I'm a person, I don't even know what you get out of that. What do you get out of that? Let's talk about that a little bit, Nadi. What's your thoughts? Great points, Kim.
It's non-productive to talk behind people's back. One of my models is, if it's not said to my face, it's not said at all. And I don't even entertain gossip. He said, she said. If you bold enough to talk behind my back, be woman enough to come talk to me face to face, and I feel like a lot of times women do that out of cattiness and jealousy. Seriously, because it's just non-productive. Together we're stronger.
We are. That's exactly what Kim was saying. We're much stronger if we're together. I love what, in my opinion, she said, amazing things happen when women help each other. When women help each other. So what can we do to get these young ladies to understand and know, like Kim said, they're talking about the young girl with, she didn't have the clothes. And instead of saying, like Kim said, find out what the solution, find out what the problem is, helping, you talk about her.
I'm gonna tell you something else based on what you said, though. You got to call those people on the carpet. So when people started talking about me, talking about people to other people, I was like, I'd be like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Well, what girl? Well, first of all, I want to know what you say about me when I ain't around. Okay, and or I'll say, well, hold on, wait a minute. Nah, why are you talking about this girl? You know what I mean? Because it seems like she got an issue or something, and instead of you helping her, what kind of person would that make you? So I like to take the mirror and put it in people's face sometime. Okay? Because what you're not going to do is come around here and run somebody down. Okay?
Exactly.
Because my spirit get convicted when I see people like that. Because then if I entertain it, what does that make me? And I'm not that person.
And exactly, Kim. And that's, I won't even participate in that. I'll be like, well, I will direct that person. You need to go talk to them. Because I don't want to hear it. I shut it down right away. I don't participate in the gossip because it's just not a healthy way to deal with issues. And I just think women need to put their big girl on and learn how to talk to one another. And it doesn't have to be nasty. It could be respectful. It could be a respectful conversation. And because when I want to know something, when I feel like something is off, because I recently had a situation, because one of my friend groups had a breakdown, and I was there for this person. And a situation happened, and I went to check on her, and she snapped on me. Right?
Oh, okay.
But I backed off. I walked away. Okay. And so then she disappeared. So everybody's like, well, where'd she go? Or whatever. I said, well, you know how she liked to isolate. And she came back and snapped again on me. You know what I mean? And it hurt my feelings because I had been there for her in on a number of different levels. And I just really didn't feel like what was going on with her warranted that type of energy,
to you,
to me. And I gave it some time. I even reached out afterwards. And she kind of gave me her behind the kiss. But then later on, she came back like, let's talk. The window's closed now. I'm done. I don't need that type of energy around me. There's nothing else to talk about. I don't wish you no harm, nothing. I wish you the best in life, but I will not have that because you got one time to mistreat me, and that's it.
Right, because people, when they show you who they are, you got to believe them. And I had a coworker that was like that. She wanted to always talk about everybody, and she wanted to always talk about herself. And then one time, I had problems with the rheumatoid arthritis and everything, and then my knees. And every time I would get to check, if I even attempted to speak on my own situation, when I said I could hardly get the words out of my mouth, okay? She would be like, or she would dismiss it, go to a different subject. So then one day she called me and I was irritated because my manager just told me something and blah, 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 blah. And then I was getting ready to tell, she was asking how I was doing. And the sun don't shine on the same dog's A double every day, okay? So sometimes you don't have a good day, all right? So I said to her, so I was telling her what's going on. She said, well, you know what I want to talk about is you going on your vacation. Aren't you going on a vacation? So I said, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about how I can't stand people who always want to talk about themselves. But the time you get ready to say something about yourself, you always want to be dismissive. Okay. I said, I can't stand people like that. I said, matter of fact, I usually choose not to have nothing to do with people like that. And then I got quiet to see what she could say. And she said, well, I guess I have to get off the phone, and we ain't talked since then. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
But I'm just saying all that to say I agree with Nani. You got to nip that stuff in the bud, because, you need to take all that over there. You know what I mean? And then she was trying to talk, and then she was one of the people, she was talking about all the coworkers, and I've worked there longer than she has and knows these people, right? But she's one of those people that so sometimes women like to talk about people to divide, like kindergarten. You can only be one person friend at a time. So they want to divide you from the group so they can have you all to themselves. We ain't doing that. You know what I mean? You can love more. God gave us a big heart, okay? It's got a lot of chambers. We can love more than one person, okay?
And that's the first thing that happened. That's the first thing happened after that situation. She tried to divide the group. But people know who I am, and they know my heart, and it didn't work. It didn't work. And the only thing I learned out of that is I need you to be out my life. You don't have my best interest at heart.
I oftentimes try to find out. I'm a root person, ROOT, not the hoodoo voodoo and stuff like that. But I like to get to the root of things, because every situation that I have been in with someone else, I have found that the anger is rooted from something. The malice is rooted from somewhere. And a lot of times, like you ladies are saying, which is a great point, a lot of times the bitterness has not been spoken to or has not been addressed. And so what they do is they continue the process. They continue to have that anger. So I like to, when I have ladies that I see or young girls that I see, and they're having this anger and this bitterness and this nastiness, even when it comes towards me, I try and find out the root. I had a tenant one time. We were evicting her. And she stopped answering our calls and everything. And I'm really a woman who tries to help other women. I understand you down, but I was down. So I know that feeling. So I tried to contact her. She didn't contact him. So we ended up going to court, and we're in the court area. And the judge says, with me and my lawyer, you guys need to go and talk to, one another. So we did that. We went outside, and she's angry and she's bitter. And I'm telling her, I says, listen, I was a single mother at one time. I know what you're dealing with. I said, because I'm in a position now that I can help you, all I need is your cooperation. And the one thing I want is basically, like, it was a long conversation. I said, where's the anger coming from? I said, are you really mad at me because I'm the manager for this owner of this property? Or are you mad because the finances are not where it need to be? Are you mad because of the struggles that you had in the past? Where's the anger coming from? And she said, oh, I'm mad at you, because you could have given me a break. And I said, this is not my property. I don't own it. I don't own it. So what can I do? I said, right now, I need to work on trying to help a sister who's in need. I said, right now, you're in a situation where there is so much anger built up in you. If you don't resolve whatever this is going to carry on, not only from this house, but to the next house and the next house and the next landlord and the next landlord. I'm the one that's trying to step in to say, what can I do to help you, sister? What is going on? I'm that much invested into trying to help somebody. And she calling me all kind of names. So I was taking it because I understand the hurt that some of these women go through. But when she turned, and my husband turned to her, because he had taken all he could take, and he told her, he said, listen, you don't have to be so nasty. You don't have to be so nasty to her. My wife is just trying to help you out. And she turned to him and told me, you don't talk to me like that. You're a man. Get out my face. And when she did that, then the other part of Regina came out. Because I don't like when women address men that way, because my feeling is these men have been struggling enough, and they'll need these women to have all this mess. So I took it a whole nother direction. I had to pull her aside, and I told her, I said, listen, I need to talk to you over here without my lawyer. My husband, we need to have a conversation. And I said, come on over here. And my lawyer just looked, he shook his head and went on into the office. I pulled her aside and I said, one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to disrespect the man that's there taking care of me, helping me. And he's here and he's listening to everything you had to say. He's got feelings to try and help you out, but you're not going to disrespect my husband. You can about me, but as another woman, I'm gonna stand up for my man. You ain't gonna disrespect my man. I'm here trying to help.
That's right, Regina. I know
I
that's
know
right.
that's right. No, because it's
right there.
Juice
No,
is
that.
It's displaced anger.
It's displaced anger. And that's what I told her. And I finally was able to break her. And I told her, I says, whoever hurt you in your past, if it helps for me to say I'm sorry for them, will it help to remove some of that anger you have? Because you don't need to keep carrying this anger around. And we had a conversation, and she started crying, and she says, yeah, she said, I'm out here, I'm trying to do it myself. My ex ain't helping this. And that's what it was rooted in. The ex wasn't helping her. The daddy had done things to her. All this I learned while we sitting there at court.
And so can I tell you, she probably came for your husband because she's jealous of your stability.
And not only that, she's angry with men. She's angry with men. So I had that conversation with her, and I told her, I said, listen, you have to get you right. I said, because what you're doing is, if you don't fix you and this anger that you have within you and learn how to move to a new address and all, a whole new address and all, not just my property that my investor have, but an address in life. If you don't learn to do that, then the little girl that you raising will end up being a direct reflection of you.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
You have to get to the root, and you have to kill that root. You have to pull that thing up. You have to take all the little pieces that come with it, and you have to destroy it, because if you don't, it will continue to grow into the roots that we have, which are our children. And so that's why I want to get to the root of these women. Yeah,
well, I'm going to say this, though. You know, and I respect that, and I appreciate that, but this is how Kim works. I don't know what that was in the Bible, but when Jesus said that, you know, put something on your door or something like that, and then, you know, if they come by, they kick the dust off and you go on to the next door, something like that. That's how I am. I'm going to try it, and then if they get to what I'm gone, okay? Because I'm big on energy. I'm going to try, because I'm going to do what God will want me to do and try. But if you got all that, well, then it's something. You're right, because there's a lot of things that people have core issues. But I got my own core issues that I'm still making myself a better person. I can't be going down all that. I'm not what do you call that? A therapist or nothing like that. So I'm gonna let them handle that. And what I do though is I'll pray for them, and then I just go about my business. But I can't take all that energy, because the other thing is that I'm an empath. So I'll be like today I got so upset about something because I'm looking for a house to come to find out, and I'm almost at the closing, and I found out it was a frauded deed. Okay. Yeah. So, and then I've got in touch with the family, but that is who's the rightful owner, but it's a whole big thing. But I was talking to my realtor, and she wasn't hearing what I said for what is needed. And I had got so upset with her. I mean, so upset with her that I started feeling nauseous, because I think my blood pressure was probably high about the whole thing anyway. And then, but I felt myself, because she was telling me, well, that's not my priority now. My priority is reporting her to the board. And I'm trying to get my paperwork to get to the lawyers so that we can get my property done at probate. So what I'm saying is that your priority should be helping me get this house, because you're going to benefit from it because you're selling it, and you're worrying about reporting these crooked people, which is I am too. But we got time to report them. You know what I mean? But I had gotten so angry that I had gotten sick. I had to go in the bed, no lie. I was just that, but so I can't deal with it. So I can't take myself down, you know what I mean? But I can pray for those people, because, you know, sometimes some of those people, those things, it's like an onion. There's so many layers, you have to peel back and all the rest of that. And they just need divine intervention.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Kim. Now, we all have a cutoff time. You know, yours may be shorter than mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you are also perfect and great in your gift. You could get them, you know, even direct, even faster maybe than I can. I'll probably take the long road to fix them, when you can take a shorter road. So we all have those gifts in us. Now, mind you, this particular lady that I was talking to after that court, you know, thing happened, yeah, we still had to evict her, but she called me one day and she apologized.
She did.
She did. And she apologized. And she said, I get what you were saying. She said, I understand it now. And you know, she started following me on social media, and you know, I was watching her with a close eye. I was really watching her with a close eye. But and then she called me one day. She called me again one day, and she said, I need somebody that's a role model in my life. Would you be that role model?
Oh, what an honor.
And I said, okay, now. I said,
You said, okay now.
I said,
With
okay,
boundaries.
for real. Now, we ain't being friends. I'm just trying to help you out. And I said, sure, I can do that. But I said all that to say sometimes we can break something. Now, there have been some, Kim girl, that I have just cut completely off. There have been some that I'm like, no, I can't help you. You need to go on down the street, turn left, go 3 blocks up.
Right.
You might run into Kim. But as for me, I can't. But with everybody, but I do try and help some women because some
Yeah,
women.
and as long as we try, but I'm just saying, we should all try. But then sometimes when we see that our efforts aren't being, respected, or the reception ain't there, or whatever the case might be, or either these people's problems are so deep seated, it's bigger than it's deeper than the Atlantic Ocean, and we need to, just pray on it and let God handle them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But yeah, I know what you mean though. But I think though that as women, we try so much and everything, and a lot of times is that we do so much, we take so much, undertake so much, and we have to be careful too that we don't take so much that we lose ourselves too, because we're always giving. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the other thing, though, what I want to say about the Sister's Crown, what I really got from that part is that a lot of people don't stop to try to help see Sister's Crown. Well, her hair was crooked, so that's on up to her. That's how she wanted to be. Her crown was crooked. That's how she wanted to be. She need to look in the mirror and straighten it up or something like that, Or either if you see if somebody, wow, shoot, I'm not gonna give her no ride because she been catching the bus off. Why she ain't got no car? I mean, it ain't hard to get no car. You never know what people's situation is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people don't stop to try to help or see, or, even if you can't maybe give her a ride, you may know somebody that's a really honest B-lot, and you could tell them that. You may know somebody that's selling a car that, they just got rid of or something like their son, their kid, they bought the kid a little hoopty, but the kid bought their own car and they selling it for $500. And it's so many different things that we could do, but a lot of people don't even stop. So it's not even that they're telling the world about it. Some people just saying that, they're not going to do it, but we need to be able to help each other because, see, there's other communities that help each other often.
Well, let's talk about that. Now, we do need to be able to help some of these women. My thing that I have seen, because again, I like trying to help as many women as I can. My thing has been with a lot of these younger generations, they give you the pushback so hard. I don't even know how to help some of these young women. Some of the other women, when they really come to you and they're like sincere, listen, they've been down and out and they need some help. You try and do what you can. But what's your thoughts, Kim? And then I'm gonna come up to Nadia on what we can do. What are some things that y'all have thoughts in mind that we can try and help some of these, women out here, to get
women, in addition to young ladies, is a different thing. But I know what you mean by young ladies. I had a program and everything about young lady, and it was a youth organization. They were trying to get in impoverished young youth jobs. So I got a job at the dealership, and then so the impoverished didn't have no money. So she had on some leggings that was thin as some nylons, okay? So you could see her underwear and all the rest of that. So the owner was like, that girl gonna have to put on a long top or something else. She can't work here, Kim, okay? Because the showroom, because everybody dressed a certain way. So I asked her, she had a long top or whatever, because we were cool enough that we would have got together and got that girl some little tunic tops, even if she did want to wear. That girl went off on me so dang bad. So I told her, oh, okay, you good. So I'm just saying, these kids, I called her as soon as she left that day, I said, don't send her back here no more. So the thing is, though, is that I don't know what to say about these young kids. I really don't know. And I hate to say it, some of these young kids, I don't even necessarily approach unless I know that I could tell that they're willing and all the rest of that. Because I ain't trying to be bothered with that. These people ain't raising their kids to say. Now, women, on the other hand, that I know that have a certain level of maturation and are open and receptive, that's a different thing. So, but I don't know. I can't say what I can do. I only do what God leads me in my spirit. I'm led by my heart, and everything is a case by case scenario. So you don't know,
Go ahead, Nadia. What's your thoughts? And then we're gonna get into some of these comments.
I think lead by example for sure. I'm with Kim. I'm very selective about the help I give out these days because people will use you and abuse you and take advantage, and then all your goodness will go in vain. So I'm very selective I have like a vetting process that I do now, seriously, to see if someone has good intentions towards me. No, seriously, because I don't have time to waste on someone who's trying to use me. But for the main thing, I try to be the example, you know, like, and I'm open and honest and I'm transparent about what I go through. You know what I mean? I talk my own business, so nobody else can talk about my business. Okay, it came from my mouth.
Right.
And one of the things, as you all know, anybody that follows my channel, you know, I deal with depression and stuff like that. And I talk out loud about going to therapy, and I encourage others to go to therapy. I am not your therapist, but I can recommend a good therapist, and also creating healthy boundaries. Because one thing I did know, and that's one of the reasons why I did start a channel, is because I just noticed people would come up to me and just spill their business.
You're that landing place for them. You are.
Exactly. But you know what? I got life to do too.
Yeah.
You understand? And I can't just absorb all your stuff, but then what I'm gonna have left for my life? You understand? So creating those healthy boundaries so people know when they can approach you about certain things. But I always try to be positive and not negative in my feedback. You understand? And try to lead them in the right direction.
I love that. Let's get to this comment, and I'm going to drop the link for these few minutes that we have left. If you would like to come on panel and have a discussion about your thoughts about this topic today, we would love to have you. So I've just dropped the link on our platforms. If you'd like to come on and let's have a conversation. So in my opinion, said this, she says, women supporting women to me means that I emphasize with your experiences that even though we are coming from different places and our stories might be very different, we face similar challenges. Hold on, she had something else there. Challenges. Just by living in this world and being ourselves. That's the same battles are being fought in our bodies, and that to lift me up is imperative that I have help in her journey. And I love that she said that. I love that, you know, because we have to understand. Oh, and she said, and also in sisterhood is support. So I love that because everybody, like we said, we have a journey that we have to go on. But hey, Julius, Deacon Julius came on panel. Hey, Deacon Julius.
Hello. I love hearing that. It's just comfort. I just have to say, being selective is not a bad thing. Because I'm pretty sure the four of us can relate to being, you know, you gotta overtly give. You gotta, you know, overtly instill, you know, good fortune. Now, I am unselfishly giving, but I am now profoundly selective.
I love it.
And I want to explain to folks, it's okay to say no. It is.
I love it. Thank you, Deacon.
That's one thing I learned in therapy. Because I went during my therapy, that's one of the things I wanted to address. I said I want to learn how to set better boundaries. I want to be able to feel comfortable with saying no, because a lot of times I was saying yes and I really didn't want to say yes. And one rule of thumb he gave me that works, he said, always say no first. You can always change it to a yes later.
Wow, that's a good point, Nadi.
And so it's just when you say no to folks, they're gonna get mad anyway. So might as well just get it over with.
But you know what? Now people know I'm gonna say no first, right? So they're second guessing what they asked me about.
They are. It gives them time to try and figure it out. So we've got In My Opinion is here and Royer's World. I'm going to start with In My Opinion. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Royer.
Hey, how are y'all doing today?
Hi.
Fabulous.
So let me tell you something. First of all, I'm a strong component that I feel like we as women don't support enough women.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this world would be a better place if we stop stereotyping ourselves, stop putting ourselves like we need to do the stuff that we see, and instead turn that around and empower people. Like, I think women are so strong. Like, we don't really realize our strength because we're so disadvantaged to what people show us on TV or what's seen in the magazines or on social media. It downgrades our womanicity. And we are strong individuals. Like we have to go through childbirth cycles. Like none of this men have to worry about. And
Right.
when we take that and we strive on, we still work, we still take care of our households. When men can leave the households, they can leave the kids. We still there. So that tells you
Mm-hmm.
how strong we are. But the point of it is we give up our power too easily. So our
Mm.
goal is to teach the young people that's coming up that may not have had somebody in their life to show them that hey, you are strong. Hey, you can push through. Yes, you're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
some obstacles that's gonna come your way, but that's a part of life. Like those obstacles is not gonna kill you, it's gonna make you stronger. Like those
Mm-hmm.
things are not gonna break you. It may feel like it broke you in that moment, but it's gonna make you stronger. God is challenging you for greater things. And I think if we all sat on that instead of downplaying or talking about people, like I see it all the time. And I said when I first got on YouTube, I was like, wow, it's so messy here. Like it's always somebody talking about this person or this person. And I was like, where is the love? Like love has left. And I think that's the first part that we always need to remember. If we lead in love and light and positivity, I don't see a way that we lose.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
love that.
sometimes I think we forget about that. We get into the cattiness, we get into the ratchetness, and we let it take over us. And essentially, that stuff eats away at us. It burns us up. We get upset. We get into a depression. We get into these funks, and then we can't bury it. We can't get ourselves out because we done buried ourselves in too deep. So we can
Ooh,
meditate, pray our
That's
way
true, but
out,
you
and
know the
keep
other
each
thing
other
I think about
strong.
that too is that it's almost like when the Bible talks about being equally yoked with who you marry. I mean, you got to be equally yoked with your friend group too. You know what I mean? And you have to watch what you put into your psyche because that's the same thing as putting into your spirit. Certain
Well, you know
things
what?
that
I think of it this way. Everybody that comes in your life is not meant to stay there forever.
Oh,
Sometimes they
I'm not
only supposed
denying
to
that,
be
but
there
what I'm
for a
saying is that
season.
I don't. If I see somebody, you were talking about being ratchet. If you ratchet, I'm not going in the opposite. If you on the right, I'm going to the left. That's all I'm just saying. You know what I mean? There's certain people that I'm not just going to deal with. Period. Just like the deacon said that you have to be selective. You know what I mean? So I'm selective now, so I don't have a lot of those things. You know, and I don't put. You know, like we were talking about one on YouTube, yeah, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. Like I got a cousin who loves to watch all the little criminal shows, and then she want to tell you something. I said, girl, I don't feel like hearing that now. I don't feel like you putting all that stuff in my psyche. I don't want to hear about all that murder and mayhem. Okay, so don't even tell me about that. So I'm just saying that I think that we have to be cognizant of that, and that's what I think we mean when you have to be selective because you can't help everybody. That's why you got to pray for them because some of these people will try to drag you down. It's like an albatross around your neck.
woo,
Not
come on.
not
Woo,
everybody's ready to be helped and to receive it either, but
Right there.
you have to use discernment.
you
Mm-hmm,
do.
that's true.
Great information, in my opinion. You always come on the panel with valid
Yep.
and great information. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kim. Also, Royer, how you doing, Royer? Come on and add to this chat. I'm ready for you. Come on.
Hey y'all, can you hear me?
Hey,
Yes, we
Roy.
can.
Hi, Naughty. Oh my gosh, Naughty. I swear I was just thinking about you the other day and I was like, I need to reach out to Naughty.
Me too.
So,
I'm gonna
yes,
call you
like,
later.
girl, we gonna call each other. Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, Miss Kim. Hey, in my
Hi,
opinion. Hey,
Roya.
Julius. Juice,
Oh,
you know, you're my
yeah.
love. Hey.
Hey.
I think, I was sitting here listening to what was being said, and there were so many great points made. But if we're really going to keep it real and 100% with ourselves and with others, it's not more so what we do outside in front of the people, but it's more so what we do behind closed doors and in our personal lives. It's easy
Talk
to get
about
up and
that.
say we shouldn't talk about people, we shouldn't do certain things. It's easy to get up and say that. But are we actually living in our real life the very things that we're talking about and we're asking others to do? And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's where we really need to focus is making sure that we are actually in our real everyday lives behind closed doors, living the very thing that we are asking others to live and do. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's a really good thing that, I just wanted to put out there because even myself, I have put expectations on other people that I have not fulfilled myself. And in this season and in this time of my life with everything that I've been going through, that is one thing that has stood out for me. Are you living? Are you doing? Are you, being everything that you are asking others to be and that God is asking you to be in order
Yeah.
to take you to where you need to be? So I really, was just thinking about that, reflecting on that, and
You're right,
everybody's
Royer,
saying
because
great
that's a
things.
really important tenet. That's a
It
very important
is.
tenet. Because I
Like
tell
the
other people
example.
that if you want your world to change around you, you got to change who you are, then your world will change.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
Absolutely.
agree.
I love what you said there, Royer, and that does remind us, even when our own doors are closed, we have to be careful because you still have access of people finding out stuff and information. Just because your front door is closed, don't mean your back door not closed.
That's
So you
right.
got to be careful. You got to be careful about that. So you have to then make a sense and thought for yourself. Who do I want to be? Do I want to be this person 24/7 or do I want to be part-time? Because let me tell you, because when you begin to try and be a part-time, here's what's going to happen. Somebody else is going to find out about that other part.
Hmm.
Like Medea said, she puts everybody in the
In the category of a tree.
in the tree.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's right.
And then
I
Sometimes the
don't put them
leaves
under.
blow over here, sometimes they blow over there, and sometimes the branch fly completely off. And
oh
and it just is what it is sometimes, it really is what it
If
is.
they
But
ain't like
my
the
thing
guru,
is I just want to push the importance of, because I'm working on this too. Whatever you're asking someone else to be or whatever you preaching, make sure you practicing that very thing in your own life. Because if you not, it will come out on the other side.
it
Full
will.
circle moment.
Absolutely. So Latoya said this. She says, if you want to change your environment, then change your environment.
Your
Change your
choice.
environment. It's that simple. It is your choice. And will there be some people that I forget, I don't know if it's Kim brought it up or one of you on the panel that says some people you have in your life and then you have to move on. Yes, there are going to come those times where you have some people in your life and then there's a time that you have to change. The seasons will come. But the change is what's the difference. Does it have to be cut out, drug out, fought out, or can it just fade away so that if it does have to come back around, is it in a happy and healthy place?
depends on the person. I've
Mm-hmm.
come from that experience.
Okay, go ahead.
One person I tolerate very little,
Mm-hmm.
but one person I cut out entirely. Now I don't wish him no ill will, nothing like that, because I ain't no spiteful person like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I want to say it depends on the person, and that's why I say be selective, because you can't just overtly give someone another chance and they do the same to you, and then you want to cry and this and that, but you allowing this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say you gotta be selective.
Yeah.
It's okay to have very little to do with a person. It's okay to um talk to somebody at a distance, like when you internally, when you reach your max talking to that person, it is
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Thank you,
Well, back to
Deacon.
the topic of just to go back to the topic of when you help somebody with a sister with a crown and helping them. So typically, what that means is just to get the definition. So you see somebody with an issue, and what do you do? Do you help her fix it? Do you straighten it and just don't you say anything? Just straighten it yourself and then walk on past. I mean, what do you do? So selective is sometimes you have to be selective because it depends on whose head that crown is sitting on top of. Okay.
And
And you
sometimes, let me
also
say this.
gotta listen. Some people
Sometimes, let me say this. Sometimes the sister with the crooked crown don't want nobody fixing her crown.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You better say it again now.
Yeah.
Period.
Sometimes they don't want it to be fixed. They
That's
and
right.
thank you, Holy Spirit. Sometimes the sister tilts her crown on purpose.
Some people
because
are
they
okay
don't
with the
see
crown being
the
tilted and will
power.
strut with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's who
Mm-hmm.
you choose to be, you cannot be upset with the repercussions that come with it.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's something positive to think about there too. Right there.
Hmm.
Right, because
Because
people
we
be
all
like
are
that
given
and they'll
free
be
choice.
complaining. And they'll
Yeah,
be
we're all
complaining.
given free choice. And we choose what we, want to do. But then at the end of the day, we can't be upset when the things come back full circle, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. You have to be okay with the result that comes from it.
I think the good thing to do also is to maybe ask the lady, hey, can I help you with this? I noticed this. Can I help you? And if they give you a pushback, then sometimes you do. Sometimes you can't be like me and say, well, I want to get to the root. Sometimes just right now, you just have to be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead. But it also, thank you, Holy Spirit, it also does not mean that when you say, okay, that you go to the next person and say, child, I tried to help her when the child, and you see
Yeah.
Don't then go
Come in.
gossip. Don't gossip.
Right. Because then it's an issue with you. Because whatever you say doesn't go back the way you said it. It'll come back a whole different way. A whole different way. So let me get this. Brian Libra. Am I saying that right? Libra C. They said that some people, if you let them, they will draw all your energy and step on when they zapped your energy.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm big on energy.
Energy vampires.
Yes.
There are limits and boundaries. Thank you so much for that. So again, we do want to help the women. Now, here's what I'm going to take away from this. And let's wrap this up. And I'm going to do a round table. Everybody give me your closing thoughts on this. I think with this beautiful picture that we have up here, my thoughts on this is, again, you can help those that want to be helped.
Absolutely.
And the others that don't want to be helped, it does not mean you have to talk about them. You pray, like Kim said, pray for them. And maybe the next person that they meet along the line, they will allow the help, even if it takes them a few people down the line before they get it. But that's my thoughts on that. Let me come on over here, round table, and I'm going to start over here with beautiful Royer. Tell me your thoughts, Royer.
I love this picture. My message is more so for the person that's fixing the crown. When you're fixing it, make sure you're doing it with humility, love, and be an example for them to follow. Don't do it to be messy. Don't do it to throw shade. Do it because you want to see your sister, and I can't speak for a woman, so your sister and your brother be on the right and narrow path that you see that God is directing them to, if he's using you to do it. So, just be honest, do it in truth and love and integrity, and be about what you really say you are being about, which is fixing their crown so that they can be, that better person just as we are trying to be.
I love that. Thank you so much,
Love
Royer.
y'all. I'm about to head out. I'm on my way to dinner.
Bye, Royer.
Emil, thank you for being here. Love you. All right. In my opinion, we'll go over to you. Your thoughts on this.
Okay, so my thoughts is don't just fix the crown for them. Show them the way to keep the crown steady. Because you can come in and do all the work you want to do. But if you don't show them how to keep that crown steady, how to keep it elevated and on their head straight, then that crown gonna tilt again. So I say lead by example. Show them how. Don't just do it for them.
I love that part. That's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Thank you. She said, show them how to keep it steady, because sometimes we fix it, but then they don't know how to balance. They don't know how to keep it maintained.
Mm-hmm.
I love that point. Thank you, in my opinion. Go ahead, Deacon. Go ahead, Deacon.
While you're helping this person redirect the crown, empower and encourage and guide. Because the picture is showing that the one whose crown is getting fixed, she's wanting that guidance and that help. So encourage, empower, and guide. And that's it.
I love that. And I'm glad you pointed that out, Julie, is that the woman who's getting her crown fixed is wanting the help. I love that. That is so nice. Hey, Dustin, I'm sorry you're into the last point, but you want to just say hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry I'm late again. I don't mean to be late, but I'm late today again.
You're okay. You're okay. We got your show coming up, 90 Day Fiancé, so you have plenty to talk on there, but I'll get back to that later, okay?
All right.
So Deborah C said this. She said, is it her crown or is she wearing someone else's? Ooh, that's a whole other topic. Kim, tell me your round table closing thoughts on this.
Well, the first thing is that I'm just glad. I know that we're getting into to the intricacies of it all, but I'm just glad to be the kind of woman who will fix another woman's crown. And I just would like to implore more women to be the same, not be afraid if you see a sister or am I overstepping my boundaries, but in the way you do it, whether it's subtle, like you mentioned earlier, and you gave that example, whether it's somebody you know you can be straightforward, but just be that helping hand, because sometimes people need that.
I love that. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Naughty, beautiful Naughty, tell me your round of closing thoughts.
I'm not going to top all of these round thoughts. Everyone took the words out of my head, okay? Sometimes people are in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime, okay? And it's up to you to use that discernment as to whether a person wants you to fix that crown or not. You have to make sure a person is ready to receive that. And in that, you have to make sure you're walking solid within yourself, because what good are you if you're not solid in yourself to someone else? Just be and that's the takeaway. Be the example. Walk in your truth. Be honest with yourself. Make sure your crown is straight before you walking out fixing someone else's.
You better come through with that.
That was a good one, Nani.
That was good, Naughty, because sometimes people got a crooked crown, the crown all backwards and everything ain't upside down, and you trying to fix somebody else's crown. Child,
yeah, your crown got a gangster lean on it, and you over there trying to fix somebody else's.
wait, y'all. Well, some of these ladies ain't even got no crown on, and they trying to.
Exactly.
Bernice, I love what you said here. She said, "Move with caution before fixing anyone crown." And I am going to totally agree with you on that, because let me tell you, again, some of these ladies don't want you to touch their crown. Leave it just the way it is. But ladies, we do need to uplift each other. We do need to encourage one another. We do have to strengthen one another. But in doing that, I'm going to go back to what Kim said and be cautious about the energy that you give to someone else, because you don't want your energy to be wasted and someone else just run off and do what they want, and you tried and all this, and they really didn't want to receive what you had anyway. So be careful. But for those that are willing to receive some encouragement, some uplifting, some training, some teaching, some guidance, then go for it all for those. Because those are the ones that are going to be the next ones to come up in this world and be the mighty leaders to get this movement of women connecting with women and being positive with one another. They're going to be those women. They can be, the great women like the Michelle Obamas in the world, or the Oprah Winfrey's in the world, or whomever. You look at someone and say, these women love women and they're great movers in the world. You never know, that young girl that you're looking at today, like Kim said, that didn't have the nice shoes, that didn't have the nice shirt, that didn't have the nice clothes, that was being picked on and bullied. She may be the one that comes up and is a world changer for peace. And all those others that talked about her will now be watching her on the platforms that they wanted but could never stand on. So you guys, remember, love each other. Care for each other. Kim, thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Naughty, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're going to be doing more of these. Now, we're going to be going deep with some conversations, too. Thank you, Dustin, for being here as well. Thank you, Roy. We're going to be doing more of these. And let me tell you, they're going to get deeper in the conversation, because I think I need to let Kim loose, because I think I need to let Kim loose. She going to let Kim loose on the panel.
Can I ask a question real quick, Juice?
Yeah, you can, Dustin.
Can you drop Kim's channel in the chat so I can follow it? I don't follow the chat. Kim's channel, and can't find it.
Yes, it's in the description, Dustin.
Okay.
It's in the description, so you can find it there. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Dustin.
I know. He's the best. He's the best. I love it. So you guys, we're going to be doing more of this, because I want us to do collaborations where young girls can look and say, hey, there's a panel of ladies on there that's teaching me some things that maybe I'm not learning at home. Maybe I'm not learning at school, or how I can deal with these girls at school, or something like that. So I want them to find that, and we're here for them to be found. Thank you again, Naughty Love. Hey, Curves.
Hey, Curves.
Hey, girl.
I would have loved to hear her thoughts. Oh,
I know.
Curves,
I know.
I need to make you a part of this, Curves. If you have time, I need to make you a part of this as well. So I'm getting through the rest of these comments here as well. Thank you all for being here so very much. Let's go ahead. We're going to be closing out, but again, we're going to be back. We're going to make this part of the Juice Radio and Talk Show team. And also, you guys can view this same video on Nadi's channel as well as on Kim's channel. Okay, you can do it on there as well. Many of you may say, well, why you do that? Why you just don't stream it on one? Because I believe in collaboration. I believe in sharing. I believe in, you know, when you go to the grocery store, you see, you know, an apple, they don't have just one, they got 3 or 4, so you can carry it to everybody's home and everybody can have a piece of it.
Right.
And that's what people need to understand about YouTube. Like, that's how me and Juice, we grew our channels around the same time. And
that's right.
Because of us collaborating, we were both able to get our names out there and grow our channels. Together, we are stronger. And she's been a great support to me. I appreciate you always, Juice.
Like, yes, indeed. Regina is something else.
Yes, thank you so much.
I love you, Regina.
Thank you, Kim. I love you too. Thank you. Kim said, oh look, Curve said that would be fun to join in on the convo. Girl, you know we need your piece. Come on now.
Yes.
I'm going to contact you after. Thank you so much. Thank you, BRN Libra C. Said thank you, Juice, and everyone. Thank you all so much. So we'll add Curves on here. So we'll let y'all know if you want to know when we go live, you're going to have to click the notification bell and subscribe to our channel. To our channels now, click the notification bell so that you be reminded when we go live, okay, on either one of our channels for these ladies talk. We're gonna have ladies talk conversations, okay? Again, thank y'all for being here. We're getting ready to get out of here. I'm gonna run my commercial. When you go in the green room, you don't have to stay because once it drops, you know, you can go ahead and leave if you like. But thank y'all again for being here. I really appreciate y'all. And thank God, I'm thanking God right now for sending a team of people to me that had the vision that I have, and I'm loving the connection. I was looking in my backyard and God said, no, I got them over here. They in Jersey, California. They over here, you know, this is where they are. I'm going to bring them all to you. And I want to thank the Father for doing that for us as well. Thank y'all so very much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Are y'all ready to go? On the count of 3. We're ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
A heartfelt thank you to all of our subscribers who joined us for this video. If you have not already subscribed, go to our YouTube channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Subscribe and click on the notification bell to be alerted whenever we go live. Join our private Juice community. Go to www.thejuicecommunity.com and sign up for free. Join us, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. We have our Money Monday financial series. It is a lunch and learn program at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. Also on Monday, we have our reality series and hot topics at 7 p.m. Wednesdays, we have Bible study at 7:30 p.m. Thursdays, we have church news at 7:30 p.m. We also offer motivational moments, happy marriage lifestyle, news from a godly perspective, movie reviews, as well as our single moms club, Let's Talk Ex-Millennials, and of course, our Cooking with Clovis. Follow us on our podcast channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show Podcast, streaming on all podcast platforms. A great big thank you to our podcast production company, Noye Podcast Productions. They can help you create your own podcast also. Contact them today at houseofnoye.com. Thank you to our sponsor, Custom Apparel Shop. Have them complete your embroidery work and silk screening needs. Do you need a logo created for your fashion apparel or company? Contact Israel Mason today. That is 786-657-7501. Thank you to our main sponsor, Truth and Triumph Ministries. Truth and Triumph Ministries, a ministry that cares about telling people the truth so they can triumph in life. Thank you, Truth and Triumph Ministries, for all you do.